Xero News on the rise, bringing wrestling to our eyes. WWE, AW in the spotlight, never telling us a lie. Accurate in every report, fans cheering in delight. Xero News, our guiding light in the wrestling fight. Covering the ring with precision, no indecision. Xero News, offers the truth, bringing wrestling updates, never uncouth. In the world of WWE and AEW, Xero News shines through. From SmackDown to Dynamite, Xero News gets it right. Breaking stories left and right, keeping fans inside. Analysis, sharp and clear, no room for fear. With Xero News near, wrestling fans cheer.
Yes, hello, welcome to Xero Uncut. My name's Xero, as normal.
And I'm Bobby. What is up?
Yeah, now we're doing this slightly later this week because we've been waiting for the NXT and AEW ratings to come down first of all. They haven't come down yet. So whilst we're doing that, we shall we will then go into a lot of news. Now Bobby's avoided this today, so he's obviously going in blind. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you now, there's been a fair few things that have come down today. So
And just so you know, like I said,
Yeah.
I have no idea. He's been hyping it up all day. He told me to avoid Twitter.
yeah,
I
so
know nothing.
yeah, right. So first of all, we'll get started with this one then. So this came down earlier on today. So the COO of TKO, which is Mark Shapiro,
Shapiro?
that's it. Yeah, he had an interview earlier on in which he was asked a lot of things about Vince and sort of WWE and stuff like that going forwards now, and especially after like Trump and that being elected. Now, what he turned around and said was, he said that the past week he actually sat down and had breakfast with Vince McMahon, discussed a lot of stuff with him. Vince at the moment is giving him nothing sort of like wrestling wise or anything like that. He's not interfering at this time because whilst all the lawsuits are going on with him, he just wants peace and that, basically. Now, an interesting comment was at the end of it, which people are picking up on, is during the interview, he turned around and basically said that for now, TKO are running the business and keeping an eye on WWE. For now, that was his words, basically. And they were asked whether Vince will ever come back to the business, and he said, "Never say never. We can't say anything until after the lawsuit has finished for it." So I think it could be what everyone was speculating a while ago, which was basically that they will like go ahead and sort of, how can I put it? Like go ahead and maybe they're caretaker in it. Is that the word? Really? Would you say? Yeah, sort of caretaker, sort of looking after it. So I don't know.
What do they mean by they're looking after WWE? I don't.
The way which I've got it down as is the way which I'm thinking of it is basically that they are like temporarily holding the keys for it, if you get me. So this was planned all along. So Vince knew about these lawsuits.
So you're saying they're holding. All right. I think the best way to put this is the WWE or TKO is keeping the WWE's. They're keeping Vince's seat warm.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So they're running the business. They've got the payroll and everything like that, basically. And so they went and basically sort of done that way. If you get me.
Yeah, that's what I was picking up on it, but I don't. Yeah. I'm not buying it because his name?
I don't know.
What's his name a while ago said, what's his name? Ari Emanuel. He's like, Vince is like done. He's not going to be allowed back. And then I think Dana White has been like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
mean, well, it obviously depends because now obviously with Trump and that sort of in, in business stuff like, it's kind of
True. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, anything.
he's
happen
gonna
now.
pardon. He's gonna pardon Vince if it
Yeah,
comes
he's going to
to
pardon
it.
Vince. Yeah, the second that obviously the second that Vince gets charged, those lawsuits are just going to everything's just going to
I
go.
mean,
Vince is never
if
going to.
it happens, right?
Yeah,
As of
obviously
right
that happens.
now,
Yeah.
there's no reason to pardon him because he hasn't been charged
No,
formally. So
no, but yeah. So I mean, yeah. So that's obviously that one there. So yeah. So that's yeah. So that was all of that there. Sorry, I was just checking up on Twitter a minute whilst we were doing that. Way since we're waiting for things. Now some of the other bits and pieces that have come down today. Then so WrestleVotes did their annual, or not their annual, but like their weekly sort of news drop earlier on. Now quite a lot of interesting stuff come out from it. Now, first of all, I will say that they were asked about whether if WWE would actually pivot for WrestleMania coming up to do Rock versus Roman. And they said if that's the case, Rock versus Roman would happen on night 2, non-title. And then what they were doing is they would then make night 1 completely like Cody focus. So Cody would defend on night 1. So again, CM Punk would not have his main event.
I don't think Punk cares about the main event much anymore.
Yeah, and yeah, and what they
I
basically
think he even said like that he's done with that. He's over it.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing is Dave Tamina said that if that's the case, then they would have Cody defending on night 1, but they can't see it being against KO or something. They said what might happen is they might insert Cody into the night 1 original plans and just not put the belt, just not have Punk or Seth go in as champion. So that way it's a Punk, so it'd be Punk, Seth, and Cody basically for night 1, if anything. And
Punk,
that,
Seth,
or yeah,
But see, how do you?
that's the thing. That's Dave Turner said that.
How do you do that though?
Yeah, well, that's the thing is they don't know sort of like what's. They're just saying that's a speculation theirs, but that was only if they're changing it. But they made it quite clear as well because also Cody's made it quite clear is Cody wants Rock at WrestleMania. So Cody even called out Rock the other day in an interview and someone said, "I want Rock at WrestleMania." So that match at WrestleMania on night 2 is going to be Rock versus Cody. You know, that's the bottom line of it. It's been that way since the Raw after WrestleMania, since the Raw after Mania 40.
Have Roman and Solo had a one-on-one match yet?
Not no. I reckon that's what's going to happen at WrestleMania is that you're going to have Roman Solo or Roman Jacob.
That's what I was just thinking. Or
yeah.
Roman Tongaloa.
Yeah, I mean the GOAT. Yeah, you need to, don't you? Really? So, you know.
Yeah, no, you could do Roman Fatu at Mania. You could hold off on that. You could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So that's that one there. Yeah. So that was that bit of news. Let me then just. Sorry, I just keep refreshing things.
Do we want to mention the Jacob Fatu thing?
Yeah, but it's been resolved, hasn't it? Basically. So. Yeah.
So yes, but I heard a theory on that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've heard a theory on that.
Right.
What happened? And should I mention it?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, the news came out last week or something. Fatu no-showed a charity show. What year was it? I can't remember.
It was a while ago. It was.
Yeah, a few years ago. He no-showed a charity show. They paid him in advance. He never paid it back. Whatever. And they said it like a few days ago. They were like, yeah, he never paid us back for it. Now, magically, they missed a payment from June or May, whatever it was, that Fatu paid in full. I'm putting it in quotes for a reason. We'll get to that. I have a hard time believing this because, one, how do you just miss a payment? You don't just do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, you're good. Companies don't just miss payments like that. That's especially charity companies. So what I think happened, and I can't take credit for this. I heard this theory on the What's Wrong with Wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
The news broke. WWE saw it and they were like, they called up that charity and was like, hey, how much does he owe you? And didn't he owe what, like $2,000 or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah,
2,000, 3,000. I think WWE was like, "Here's 20 grand.
Yeah,
but we're going to need you to act like this was your fault. And obviously, if they're getting a bigger payment in the end, a much bigger payment, they're going to be like, okay, no problem, because they are a charity event after all. So so I think WWE said, here's 20 grand, but you have to make it look like this was your fault.
Yeah.
Because like charities just don't miss payments like that.
Yeah.
It's just something ain't right there to me.
Yeah, there's definitely something gone down there, hasn't there, really, for it? So
that's just my theory. I don't know. Listen, it's all resolved. The charity got their money one way or another, so it's fine. We can speculate all we want.
So that's something there. So that was that one. Let's go into some other bits of news then. So sorry, I keep changing the screens because I'm flicking between things at the moment. So
I can keep checking too if you want. If you want to.
I know, it's all right. Right. So so there's other bits of piece here, and so this is one of the big things as well. Is it's officially been decided this week is that Netflix have now said that obviously Raw is going to Netflix literally everywhere, so all over the country, or all over the world, basically.
They are.
Raw's going to Netflix, basically.
Since when did Raw get announced for Netflix? This is brand new news to me.
Well, we know this one. You know what I mean. They have an agreement with WWE that they are going to air Raw as it's happening. So basically, there will be no more taped Raws going forward. Basically.
Well, I mean,
I
mean, so like, most of them are going to be, but like the last 2 weeks of the year when they usually tape them.
Well, this the thing is, obviously, WWE have officially announced into WrestleMania for 2 straight weeks they're going to either be over here, Italy, or Spain with live Raws. So for 2 weeks leading into WrestleMania, you're going to have.
Oh yeah, how's that going to work then? If they want all the Raws live,
well, it's going to be live on Netflix. So it's actually going to be streaming live on Netflix going into that one. So
like
it's going to
3
be
p.m. our time or something.
Yeah, because it's normally around 7 p.m. local time. That's when they're doing it. So it's 7 p.m. local time. So obviously, if it's 7 p.m. for us over here, that'd be what it'll be.
2 p.m. our time.
Yeah, 2 p.m. your time.
Or 3, depending on the clock.
Yeah, obviously, with I'll start again. With Netflix, and obviously you can then just go ahead and obviously play it back whenever. Whereas obviously like with Peacock and stuff, sometimes it doesn't go on straight away. Or
Peacock, they're a month behind.
Yeah, and like
that's crazy. Yeah, that actually, now that you mention it, I never really thought of it. But when this will be interesting to see what they do with reruns.
Yeah.
Like, do they put them up right away? Do they, wait?
Well, this thing is obviously where it's with Netflix, obviously where it's live streaming, technically you can go in and say like you come in like an hour late because you're working or something. You can literally just go in and just press play from start.
Yeah, that's the good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can obviously do it that way. So, so that's what it's going to be. So whenever it airs, it will be, so whenever it's being filmed, it will air, basically. So, so come January, Raws won't be, pre-taped, so it'll avoid the spoilers unless you're obviously working and stuff like that, and you generally can't view it and stuff.
Yeah. No. I don't think every Raw will be, like, big or live. Because, I mean, if a Raw falls on Christmas...
Well, obviously that's going to be the exception there. Yeah, obviously they'll be pre-taped. So the Christmas ones, they're probably going to be pre-taped. But like the ones where they're international shows, like the Saudi ones,
But that's interesting though because they taped Saudi on Sunday.
Yeah,
and didn't air it till Monday. So are they going to stay in Saudi till Monday? Or?
But that was Sunday for us, Monday Saudi time. So that was like Saudi.
How?
They're like several hours difference, aren't they?
Yeah, but wouldn't they have taped it at like? I think they taped it like Wednesday afternoon. What am I saying?
They taped it Sunday? 7 p.m. 7 p.m. on Sunday. Actually, so granted, so that was so that was Sunday.
It's like 12 o'clock our time.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. They taped it Sunday.
So the only other option that I have them possibly then for next time would be is that they go ahead and actually film it, actually tape it on the Monday, and we then have it then basically then as it's airing there. That's the thing. But yeah, but basically
they would make them stay in Saudi for another day just to
more than likely, yeah, and just obviously do Raw. Or what they would do differently is they would do SmackDown next time. So rather than Raw, they would do SmackDown so the day before. And that.
Oh, but SmackDown's Netflix or SmackDown's USA.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So SmackDown would be pre-taped. So the only ones which are obviously going to be live as it is will be the Raws. That's what they've got the agreement for, is for Raw, basically.
I don't know. That's interesting because, unless, because I mean, it's a brutal trip. You don't want to stay there the whole time. You don't want to stay there any longer than you have to. Here's a situation that could work out. You do the pay-per-views on Sundays.
Yeah, that could work. Then that way,
then you make them stay till Monday. Because just think about it. You pay-per-view on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday, what are you going to do? Go explore? They're not going to do that.
No.
So it's like, that doesn't really.
No. Well, like I said, there's still obviously some logistics and stuff behind it, but WrestleVotes have basically confirmed that from January it's going to be basically Raw will air live as it's happening, basically, no matter where in the world it is. So that's the thing. So it won't be pre-tapes or anything like that, basically, now. So yeah, so that's obviously that one there. Some other bits of news then as well from WrestleVotes. They actually dropped quite a lot today. Is the belief is that Becky Lynch will be back sooner rather than later, and sooner rather than expected.
You didn't hear? She signed with AEW.
Oh, fair enough. Well, that's what everyone was saying. So yeah, so she's so apparently she's meant to be back sooner rather than later.
Perfect.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, she's definitely going to be in for Mania because they actually have WrestleMania plans for her. But
at this point, we're in November 7th.
Yeah.
At this point, just keep her off TV for another 3 months.
There's no point bringing her back now, is there? Really,
the pop would be insane.
Yeah. Talking about that as well, actually. Whilst we're there, this is on the subject of Netflix, Raw, and everything like that. Now, they've also announced today, because somebody actually asked them the question about sort of who should we expect on that first Raw on Netflix. Now, basically, they turned around and said, if they're a WWE legend, expect them, basically. That's what they turned around and said. So if they've got a WWE legend,
Warrior,
expect them to show up. Obviously, anyone who's still alive, obviously.
Oh, right.
They turned around and said they would not be surprised if we hear the gong, basically. They would not be surprised if we hear the gong and stuff on that one.
Taker, Rock, Austin.
Yeah, Rock's already announced for it. Austin's possible. Cena's obviously going to be there. Rock's definitely going to be there.
Yeah.
And that, so
maybe like a Bret Hart.
Yeah, so they're going all right for this Raw. I don't know how they're going to fit that into 2 hours because this is where they're saying that Raw's meant to apparently be going back to 3 hours as well come January. So, I mean, maybe they're going to go, with Netflix though, they've got no restrictions. They can go 2 hours, they can go 2.5 hours, they can go 3, they go 3.5, however long Triple H wants to bloody do it for. That's the thing. They've got no restrictions. This is the thing, see. So that's on one part that's going to be good. On the other part, it could be disastrous because you could be sat there and you're like, is this Raw ever going to fucking end? And it's still going 4.5 hours later or something.
I mean, the first Raw going 3 hours, I'm okay with because it's a special show,
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that, but after that, it's like,
Yeah. So obviously some other bits and pieces as well that's come out. So going back to that interview earlier on, sorry, I'm skipping through the bits and pieces of news here. Go back to the interview earlier on with the COO of TKO. He was also asked whether the rumors of WWE legalizing bettings was happening after all that news that came out, obviously, when Nick Khan was saying about it, and that he basically wanted to do all of it. He has said it will not happen. It will never happen. It's not something that they want to bring in. Is betting on WWE, basically.
That's so hard to do because it's predetermined.
Yeah, sorry, that's the thing.
Spoiler alert, folks.
Yeah, that's the thing. So so they so that's one of the other things there. So that's that. Going back to some of the other bits. Yeah.
I'm still checking Twitter.
So am I, yeah. Go back to some of the other bits, pieces of news as well. Is there have been zero talks of a women's war games this year? People have been asking about that one, so I might as well say about that.
Really?
Yeah, there's it was meant to be Team Liv versus Team Rhea, but obviously now with Rhea out, it's not happening.
See, I thought they were leaning team like Bianca and Jade versus Team Liv.
No, because now apparently, this is the thing is now what they're looking to do is a traditional 5-on-5 elimination match for 5 from SmackDown, 5 from Raw. So you're going to be having like the brand sort of, the brand supremacy thing sort of coming in there. So that then you could still sort of do team team Raw and stuff like ready for it, can't you? So
that's the best of both worlds. You go back to an original Survivor Series tradition, and you still get to have the new tradition of War Games. I guess that's fair, but I don't know. I think both War Games matches are awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, they still not come down. Yeah, the ratings still haven't come down. I'm still waiting for them. They've obviously massively been delayed. It's probably because of Thingy, I expect.
I checked Twitter, so
yeah.
I'm sorry. I kept checking Meltzer because I feel like he would have had them.
Not unless they're really bad, he wouldn't have put them out.
That's what I'm saying. He usually puts them out. So.
Yeah, he does. And one of the other bits of news as well is Lance Anoa'i, the brother, the one that faced off in WWE before. He's basically been on it and stuff. Do you know him?
No.
Who?
Lance Anoa'i?
Yeah, and it's another Samoan, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
it's never ending.
Yeah. He is signed to WWE, basically. He's been signed since the summer. He is going to be on NXT. Now, apparently, the reason why he hasn't had his debut yet is since he's been signed, he's been injured.
No, wait, is that that's not Hikuleo, right?
No, Hikuleo is somebody completely different. Basically.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know who this is then.
Okay, yeah. All right, well, Lance is another one, obviously, and that. So yeah, he's been signed since the summer, and I will say for people, obviously, I don't know because I've seen it all today. As soon as they come down, like, oh my god, he's joining War Games and stuff like. No, he's not. He's injured.
Yeah.
There's no main roster plans for him at the moment. There's not even any NXT plans for him because they do not know a return time.
Listen.
He's been signing stuff like that. Yeah.
Listen, y'all know I love The Rock.
Mm.
Would I love for him to be in War Games? That would be amazing. But I don't see it.
No, definitely not. No, he's not going to be back until that first Raw on Netflix to get that massive pop, basically.
And considering he was at Bad Blood, the end of Bad Blood.
Yep.
And it hasn't even been acknowledged since.
No. Yeah, that's the thing. So,
nobody mentioned it. Cody on the left. Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, so they've got to it's when they're going to start bringing it up, they'll bring it up. But for now, nothing's been mentioned because that was completely unplanned. That visit to Essie was absolutely completely unplanned. So I don't understand why,
we got to mention. Did you see Austin Theory's interview?
No.
About with The Rock?
No.
Remember when The Rock came back last year and beat him up? I think it was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Theory got to SmackDown.
Yeah.
And he's like, huh, they haven't told me what I'm doing yet. And he's like, huh. And then eventually he gets a call and he's like, yeah, so you're going to go face to face with Pat McAfee tonight. And go listen to the interview because obviously there's stuff I'm missing, but I'm just covering the main points.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're going to go face to face with Pat McAfee. You guys are going to talk. You got to figure that out. And then The Rock's going to come out and he's like, what? He's like, wait. He's like, and he truly thought, he's like, they got to be messing with me. He's like, there's no way.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, him and McAfee are going through the motions and they're like, yeah, you'll talk to Dwayne when he gets here. And Theory's like, the show starts in 45 minutes. What do you mean when he gets here? So eventually he gets a call from Nick Khan. He goes, come outside. Theory comes outside. This big black limo pulls up, 6 people get out. One of them is being The Rock.
Yeah.
Then they have Charlotte's tour bus was out there too.
Yeah.
So they told Charlotte, you got to get off for like 5 minutes. We need this. And that was to transport The Rock to the arena or to wherever, so he would be hidden completely.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And Theory said he watched Rock get out, and he was like, "This is a massive human being."
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna get took out by him.
And but he's like, "Wait, are you messing with me? Like I'm doing a segment with The Rock."
Yeah, that's when you know you sort of made it, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, like go listen to the interview. I can't do it justice, but he was just like, "What?"
Yeah. So that's so that's everything that's sort of come down today. So we purposely done this later on in the day so we can wait for the ratings, and the ratings have not actually come down yet.
You know it's gonna happen. The minute
we're gonna go off air and it'll come down. Yeah,
the minute we wrap, it's gonna be
yeah. But we might as well get into it then. So have you got any of the results? Have you got our guesses from Crown Jewel? We might as well do that in a minute whilst we wait. So
I left those downstairs.
Right, okay, right.
So I forgot about that. I should have grabbed it.
It's all right. We can.
Do you want me to run down there real quickly?
No, it's fine. No, we'll just go through the matches and everything like that, basically. So let's have a look.
I'm trying to remember who I picked. I picked Cody. I know that.
Right.
I picked.
Yeah.
What were the other matches?
Well, we might as well go through them now in a minute.
Yeah. Maybe they'll come to me.
Yeah, right. So let's start off then. So the show opened up with the Bloodline versus Bloodline. So that was Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga with the Goat Tonga Lower at ringside.
I'm gonna run downstairs because I'm very curious. I can't remember who I picked. But
that's fine. I'll carry on.
Handle it. Yeah.
Versus versus Roman Reigns and the Usos. That was Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso in a 6-man tag team match. It was nice work for Bobby. I might as well carry on talking. We do apologize about this, guys. So it was a pretty good match. I'm surprised that it opened the show. I'm very shocked it opened the show. I would have thought with Roman and everything it would have main evented, but it makes sense because of obviously everything that went sort of down from there. We can obviously hear Bobby completely on this one now. I don't know what was found there. Who's in that one? So for me, it was all right. It was a Bloodline match. Everyone was looking forward to it. It should have main evented in my eyes, or at least co-main evented. It should not have opened the show up at all. Now, I can't remember who we had. Bobby should be back very soon when it comes to it. But yes, I don't know what else to say now. Is he back yet? You hear me, Bobby?
I'm coming.
He's coming. Here he comes. Yes, so he's on his way. They went pretty well, didn't they? Here we go. Bobby was in a completely different room, I do believe, and he still obviously managed to.
I'm coming up the steps right now.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. So who did we have on that one? I'm really them.
Right.
I've gone for obviously.
For what? The Bloodline match?
Yes, the Bloodline versus Bloodline. Did we both have the OG Bloodline?
Yep, we both had the OG Bloodline.
Right. Okay. Yes, we had that one. What did you think about that match anyway?
I was stunned by the ending.
Well, because
Solo pinned him pretty clean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Like the ref got taken out, but that didn't really.
I would have thought it would have been a lot more dirty or something like that, really, like a much dirtier ending. But yeah, no, it was. It was it was too clean for my liking. I didn't like it. I didn't like that ending. I agree with you for that one.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, it was interesting to me because, I was shocked. I was like, "Whoa!" They're treating Solo like a big deal. I mean, good on him, but
yeah, definitely. But yeah, no, they it was like I said, it was an alright match and stuff. But yeah, that was that one. Moving on then. So the second match of the night was Bianca and Jade versus Damage Control. That was Kairi Sane and Io Sky versus Metaphor, that being Lash Legend and Shakira Jackson, versus Chelsea Green and Piper Nivens in a fatal 4-way tag team match for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Now, it was an alright match. It was a typical women's match in Saudi Arabia, and stuff. obviously, I like the bit where Piper ended up jumping onto her. Well, the bit with Piper and Chelsea and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah. Chelsea is doing amazing work. Just
she is
all across the board. Like the Karen gimmick is she's been killing it, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. She deserves a lot basically for what she's been doing since she's come back to WWE. I do fully agree with that one. Yeah, she's really she's good there for that one. So that was that. Anything that you wanted to bring up on that one? Like anything kind of like
it wasn't anything special, truthfully, but I picked Bianca and Jade. You picked Jakara and Lash.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking there.
Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking either, but
yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there, but yeah. So that was that one. We then move on then to Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. Now, for some reason, Wikipedia have this down that Seth pinned Bronson. Did he? Yes, he did, didn't he?
Say that again?
Yeah. So
your mic went in and out of my.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So we've now got Seth versus Bronson, in which Seth beat Bronson Reed by pinfall. I got the match confused, so it's fine. So
I know where you're. I know what you were thinking of. Yeah. So I picked Seth.
Yeah.
You picked Bronson.
All right. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. So you got that one then, didn't you? Basically,
Yeah. Well. Yeah, you did not have a good night. Let's just say that.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know. So that was that one. So we'll skip over that because I didn't do very well on that one. So then the next match then was Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax for the inaugural Women's Crown Jewel Championship. It was the actual shortest match of the night. Now, obviously, Liv beat Nia there to become the champion. It was a waste of time because, like I said, they don't get to keep this belt. And as I was saying, they don't get to keep them, and they never did.
For fantasy purposes and selfish purposes, I really needed Tiffany Stratton to cash in. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
if Tiffany Stratton would have cashed in successfully, I would have been in the finals of my fantasy wrestling.
Yeah. League. I mean, everybody thought she was cashing in because she's been teasing it so much, and that they needed to do something, didn't they? Really, to
I thought that's what because I was like, all right. So spoiler alert ahead. Women's tag team titles did not change hands. The United States title did not change hands. There was going to be none of the main titles changing hands. Clearly.
Yeah.
So my thinking was you need to do something.
Yeah.
So my problem with this show.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot worse Saudi Arabian shows.
Yeah.
I've also seen a lot better Saudi Arabian shows. This one felt like a house show to me. Yeah,
it wasn't that good. The main thing that they were focusing on was obviously the main thing sort of around it, when they like around those belts and stuff, but. As I heard WrestleBoat say about this earlier on, and a couple of others as well, because I done a quick review of it. Is basically the Saudi prince wanted Cody to win. Basically, the Saudi prince made it clear that he wanted Cody to beat Gunther. Now,
Cody was never losing.
Yeah. So yes, as we've said a few times, basically beforehand, is whatever the Saudis want, the Saudis get. You're not going to get. They're not going to argue with them. Basically, that's the bottom line. If the Saudis want something, they're going to get it. With the amount of money that they're paying for those shows, they're definitely getting it, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So they obviously must have picked Liv because obviously Liv's like one of the top attractions and stuff like that at the moment. Now they're playing on this all. She's unstoppable, and she's finally managed to get her her thing finished off and stuff now, hasn't it? Like that revenge tour and stuff like that, really. So, yes, that was that one.
Still nothing on the rankings.
This is going to be a pain in the ass, like what we said. It's going to be a soon.
This is what happens. This is what happens when we try and
we try and juggle the show round so we can plan something around something, and then it doesn't bloody happen, does it? So that one. And then then we have LA Knight versus Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes for the United States Championship. Now, obviously, as Bobby has already said, there was no change in this. LA Knight is still your United States champion. I liked the way they finished the match.
Yeah, that was actually creative. I will say that.
Yeah, it was good finish basically and stuff. And yeah, it was good. It was all right. It was an all right match. It was the second shortest match of the night. It was. Yeah, basically. And then we're gonna move into the main event. Yeah, and then we're gonna move into the main event, then, which was obviously.
So going back, you picked Nia Jax, but you
also
picked LA Knight. So we both picked Owens. I think it's unfair to say we're incorrect. In that for our picks, just for the official record, because Orton didn't beat him, but Owens didn't beat Orton. So I'm just gonna cross it out.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that one then. Yeah. So that one was actually So we weren't meant to have.
We both shouldn't get a wrong pick for that because
No. Yeah. So that was a match as well. Was KO versus Randy Orton was meant to happen. It obviously never did. Well, it did kind of happen, but it wasn't actually an official match. It was basically just beat the hell out of each other all over the arena, and they both ended up going through the table at the end in the crowd and everything. So that was
and Orton RKO'd Adam Pearce.
And then
did you see the videos circulating on Twitter about that?
No.
So remember when he RKO'd Aldis?
Yeah.
And paid the fine of $100,000?
Oh yeah. He told us that's for next time.
And Aldis said, but your fine was only $50, and Orton goes, "That's for next time."
That's for next time. Yeah.
There's the next time.
The thing as well was I seen a tweet from Adam Pearce afterwards to say after he always got RKO'd, he was like, SmackDown general manager was nowhere to be seen. So
RKO out of nowhere, SmackDown GM nowhere to be found or something. It was
So Nick Aldis legged it. He knew what was coming, so he legged it. He's seen that before, didn't he? Really?
Yeah, he's like, I ain't taking. Here, let me see if I can find the tweet. But
is it?
Yeah, but what's his name was like, I ain't taking another RKO.
Yeah. So that was that one. So we'll wait for Bobby to find this one a minute, and then we will continue.
Oh, that's interesting. Adam Pearce's Twitter is private.
All right, okay. I don't know where that is in.
I do not follow him. I thought I did, but no.
No, so he's probably done that way then. Yeah, that's cool. Because the block feature doesn't work anymore. That's obviously on Twitter, so that's the thing. So that's
is that why you did it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So then we're moving into the main. So I will just say this one then. So then we're moving into the main event of the evening then, which was Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. For the men's inaugural Crown Jewel Championship. Obviously, we know the result from this one. Cody Rhodes beat Gunther. We've already discussed that one. What did you think about the match, really? Did you think anything of the match or anything like that, really? Like, any highlights or whatever?
It was a pretty solid match. Predictable ending, unfortunately. I figured Cody was going to roll up Gunther because they want to protect Gunther, but they also wanted to give Cody the win.
Yeah, obviously. Well, like I said, it was whatever the Saudi Prince wanted is what the Saudi Prince got, and the Saudi Prince wanted Cody to retain. The Saudi Prince wanted Cody to win that title, and as we even said last week, is that they were never going to have Cody take a loss before WrestleMania. That's the thing. He's going on sort of this super Cody run at the moment, and that where he's not going to drop, he's not going to really drop anything or, do anything like that. So all these people who are like, oh my God, he's going to be defeated by bloody Randy Orton at Royal Rumble and stuff. No, he's not. Sorry, I hate to say that. He definitely is not going in for that one.
He's not losing that title till at least WrestleMania at the absolute earliest.
Yeah, he's not. He's not losing that title. Not for the minute, and not for the minute anyway. There's still no ratings down.
I keep checking.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is then for the minute, whilst we still wait, because we have only actually been on air for 30 minutes or so, Why don't we talk about 39 minutes is why don't we talk about NXT this week? We might as well go into that one because obviously that was a pretty big show, wasn't it? That was also one of the other reasons why we wanted to delay this show till Thursday this week.
And I can mention AEW too if we have a few extra minutes.
I mean, yeah, we can do that. So I mean, so last night and I say last night, yes, it was actually last night, wasn't it? On Wednesday because it got moved to Wednesday this week due to Donald Trump winning the election.
And you know what? That was the smartest thing they could have done because they would have been steamrolled in the ratings.
Yeah, they would have been big time.
Yeah,
big time. Yeah, definitely. But no, so we might as well talk about it then. So, I mean, so we had quite a lot of ECW legends obviously show up. We had Francine in the audience. We also then had Dawn Marie. They obviously opened up with that one, didn't they? That hardcore match and stuff.
Never, ever would I have thought I would have seen Dawn Marie in WWE again.
No, yeah, because she sued WWE, didn't she? Because she
because of Vince. But I applaud WWE for because WWE is under new management, obviously. Yeah. This was their way of, I think, saying like, "Hey, we're sorry what happened. This is not how things are run anymore. So we would like you to come back, and we'll give you a nice payday and maybe work together in the future going forward." Yeah,
I mean, they're probably going to do some other bits and pieces in that as well. And I mean, going off subject here, but I will mention it up, is a lot of people have put it on online. There's what is it? The anniversary of WCW Nitro. Now, could they bring a lot of people in for that? Like, could they do a special show for that? I'm wondering for it. Maybe an NXT one there, and then maybe have like Hulk and stuff like that show up. Since it's obviously WCW related, and maybe Bischoff and stuff like that. Obviously,
which one is this? I'm sorry.
There's an anniversary for WCW coming up. For WCW Nitro coming up.
There is.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. I've seen people saying about it online. I'm not 100% sure what it was, but
I think this might just be like the anniversary of like when they started or something.
Probably, yeah.
I can't imagine they would push that on WWE programming.
No, probably not. No, but I mean, people were just requesting it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. I can't see it myself, but it's a nice thing for people to think of and stuff like that. But no, I can't see it that way. So then, what did we go into next? Then I can't remember the NXT's rundown now.
The 10-woman tag.
We had the 10-woman tag for main event. Yeah.
Wesley versus Javon Evans.
That was it. Yeah, and just before that match, RVD got took out. You didn't think you were going to see him again because he got took out by Wesley, but then obviously he came back in and done that way. Now, people were spotting this last night. He was in gear, but he never, he was in gear, but he never actually.
He also dyed his hair, but
but it's weird though. Obviously, he came on in.
Did you catch on to that?
What? That he dyed his hair?
The jet black hair. I saw it right away. I was like,
no, I didn't know. No, I didn't see that one. No, I think he couldn't wrestle because he was probably so bloody high, knowing him.
Well, yeah. Well, also. He's been vocal about his Legends contract because he's under one.
Yeah.
Because he signed one in 2020 or 2021, something like that. But the deal was, he's like, I want to be able to wrestle wherever I want.
Yeah.
And Vince at the time was like, deal, you got it. So that's why RVD can wrestle in AEW or wherever he wants.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah.
Get paid and still get to wrestle.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was that one. We obviously had another couple of legend shots. Well, obviously we had Bubba Ray Dudley in that tables match. We had Bubba Ray Dudley in that tag team match with with Trick Williams and that against Ethan Page and stuff. Yeah.
So fun fact to peek behind the curtain. I went to go to the I was at my buddy's house, so I went to go to the bathroom. I came back. They were like, Bubba lost. I'm like, what? I was stunned. I did not think that was going to happen. And what was it? Ridge Holland pinned Trick?
Ridge pinned the NXT champion. Yeah.
That's your deadline match.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah. We'll get into that actually in a minute as well. Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute about deadline. Yeah. So so that was that one. And then and obviously at the end they were trying to get they were going to try and put Ethan Page through the table. Trick went outside, realized there was no tables underneath the ring because Ethan Page had earlier removed them all because he said no tables. And then they went ahead and the Dudley's music hit again, and out came Devon with a table to hand it to Bubba and stuff. And they put him through. Nice little spot there where they've done the what's up as well. Obviously, where Devon can't wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
Where Devon can't wrestle anymore. Obviously, they brought that one in there, didn't they? So, that was pretty cool. Obviously, the 10-woman tag team match at the end, obviously, which featured TNA star as well, Jordan Grace, along with all the new signees, and obviously Cora Jade, Roxanne, and Parker and stuff like that. That was pretty cool.
And Roxanne got pinned again.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. So this is the thing.
Was it
her? It was Zaria this time.
It was Zaria.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time on a show that both world champions got pinned.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah,
that's a rare one.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, and obviously, and we've already mentioned about it so far is that NXT Deadline has now officially been announced. Ava came out. They done a nice little spot there where Robert Stone got gored by Rhino, obviously, who showed up for
the lights went out, and me and my buddies were like, and at first we were like, Taker? We legitimately thought that. And then we saw Rhino, we're like, oh.
Yeah. So it was Rhino. Obviously, he's part of TNA, so that's obviously part of the TNA crossover, obviously, isn't it?
Of course.
That's why they got him in and stuff like that. But yeah. Oh, hang on, what's this?
I got it. 25 seconds ago.
Yeah, it's literally just come down. Oh, right, yeah. So the ratings have come down. So let's get into this one. Yeah, right. So let's get into this one then. So
the reason we're here, folks.
Yeah, so the reason we're here at this later time as well, especially for me, and obviously late afternoon for you or whatever it is.
We usually, we're at like the final 15 minutes in the show, so that's good.
Yeah. So AEW last night then, according to the reports, came out at 523K, so 523K that one was for AEW Dynamite. And once again, I will say NXT kicked their ass. With
a lot closer than I thought, truthfully.
Yeah, with 619K from last night. So basically. What do you think about that? Really,
I'll say it again. A lot closer, under 100,000. So a lot closer than I thought. Considering the last time they went head to head, I believe NXT won by like 600,000.
Yeah,
or 500,000, something like that. So a lot closer than I thought. NXT put out. They made it pretty much an episode of ECW, so that was good. AEW didn't stack it like I thought they would.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see much of it, so so I don't know what you kind of like. I don't know whether you want to go through that because I don't really care about it, to be fair. But if you want to go through it, you can do.
From what I remember, Darby Cassidy won by DQ against Claudio and Pac. Jimmy Hayter defeated Penelope, the newly returned Penelope Ford. So I'm happy she's back after all she went through the last few years. You want to know something crazy about Penelope Ford? So her, you remember how there used to be Elevation and Dark?
Yeah.
Elevation and Dark haven't been around since April of 2023.
Yeah.
Her last match was on Dark in August of 2022.
God, yeah.
That's how long she was gone.
Yeah. Oh, Christ. That's quite
and
a while.
If you all know what happened to Penelope Ford, you obviously know what happened. A lot of complications with pregnancy and all that. Yeah. So I'm very happy to see she's back, but it's wow, that's a crazy stat, What else happened? Jericho got pinned last night. It was a pretty crazy tornado tag. It was Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith versus Minoru Suzuki.
Yeah.
Can't remember the other two. Mark Briscoe and Kyle O'Reilly. That's what it was. By the way, going back to the NXT thing.
Yeah.
and I don't remember how AEW ended. Oh, AEW. We'll get to NXT in a minute. AEW. Will Hobbs returned for the first time in months.
Oh,
And
okay.
he looks shredded. Yeah, he had knee surgery. He got knee surgery in June, and he's back. So that's good.
Oh, okay.
The NXT, the Jada Parker Lola Vice, that was brutal.
Yeah.
Like the way Jada Parker just jumped off the ladder, landed butt first on the other ladder. I'm like, oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. So, I mean, it was pretty. It was. Yeah, I don't really know. Like, I didn't watch it, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, we honestly, the decision was easy because we had two TVs where I was, so you just watch back and forth. It was kind of funny that during the Cora Jade match, the Penelope Ford and Jamie Hayter match was happening. So pretty much simultaneously, Penelope Ford walks out, Cora Jade walks out. They're both wearing purple and black, and I'm like, well, what are the chances, like the timing of this?
Yeah. Sorry. Another one. Sorry. A load of stuff coming down now as well as I'm on this. That WWE ID or whatever it is, where they're bringing people.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, and I look very dark, by the way. But that's why the iPad light is on. Let's see.
Yeah, someone called Zeta Still has signed. Zeta Still has signed basically for. Oh yeah, I just got what you mean now. Yeah,
Yeah, because look, the
iPad
locks. Oh.
Yeah.
Now I'll keep the iPad light on. We're not. We won't be going much longer anyway.
Yeah, but so that's so that one there.
I'm glad the ratings came out when we were.
Yeah, we were saying when it just before we were going off, basically.
We were like, and you know what? What?
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly,
what? Yeah.
If we would have started at 4, we probably wouldn't have caught it.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't have. No,
you delaying it 15 minutes saved it.
Yeah, and that's the thing,
I truly think.
Yeah. I mean, it worked well, didn't it? It worked well. So there we go. So that was pretty good there. Yes, well, that's everything covered from this week. Have you got anything that you want to plug or bring up or anything? We're just under the hour, but I mean, I don't really care. We've gone close to the hour or whatever it is,
Yeah. So by the time, when are you releasing this?
Tonight. It'll go out tonight.
Okay. What do you think? Within the next 2 hours?
Yeah, within the next 2 hours, I expect. Yeah.
Okay, so by the time you see this, my Venom review will either be coming out shortly or will be out already. So go watch it. I saw that movie last week. I recorded 2 days ago, my top 10 favorite actors list. So that was fun to do. It was also pure chaos, but that's another story. I have a few streams coming up. Go check out my last 2 streams. I had my buddy Phil on Monday. We talked about everything in the superhero world that's upcoming. And then I had my buddy Dino on yesterday. We were talking about the future Batman. So those are both fun.
And you had a little visit at the end, didn't you? Visit in the comments.
That was hysterical. Did you see my buddy's reaction? Or
yeah, I did. Yeah, I
he was. You could tell he was like.
Just the bottom line is what people were saying. Well, just so people don't get confused. So in Bobby's one yesterday, they were talking about who they think they should be the next Batman. So obviously, me being me, I jump into the comments and that, and Bobby read it out live on air as it came to it just before they were going off. And I suggested that either Donald Trump should be the next Batman or Kamala Harris, because as of January, she's no longer going to have a job. So,
and listen, neither of us are a political channel. But just lighthearted, fun stuff like that, somebody would probably get offended, but oh well.
It doesn't even affect me anyway, because of course I'm in England. Obviously that's just for you guys. So.
Did you see the some doctor in some doctor tweeted, he's like, Kamala Harris is not my he's like, Kamala Harris is not my president.
Yeah.
And somebody commented, they're like, "Oh, are you a Trumper?" And he goes, "No, I'm from India."
Yeah.
So it's like, all
Yeah,
right, you're technically correct.
yeah, that's what I would have done, basically. You know. Yeah.
You kind of baited us there, but you are technically correct.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I would have said, to be quite honest with you. As that was there, but no, yeah. So that was yeah, that's this week then. I do need to once again congratulate Donald Trump on finishing his story. You know, he's,
Dude,
you know,
there's. I saw it earlier. He sent a it's not he sent it, but somebody made it. It's a resignation letter to McDonald's.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much like I couldn't pass up this next opportunity.
Yeah, yeah. After all that AI stuff,
So stupid, but so funny. Like just you know.
Yeah, but no, yeah. Like I said, he successfully managed to, after a hard fought battle, you know, where he lost some of his ear as well during the battle. He's now successfully got control of the White House from January. So
WWE Hall of Famer is president of the United States.
Well, on most of the news channels, it was quite funny. I found it's quite funny, right? On some of the news channels and that on Twitter the following day, all you seen on there was Home Alone 2-star. I was like, he was enjoying it for like 5 seconds.
Well, did you see the woman blamed WWE fans for this?
Yeah.
She's like, all the people who like Hulk Hogan voted for him. They were like, yeah. I was like, WWE's getting blamed for this.
Mm. Did you see that? Did you see that as well? Somebody responded about today, and they turned around and said, they go, no. Somebody commented to her, and they were like, oh, no, actually, no, I voted for Trump. I like wrestling, but I voted for this. It was a picture of Sunny Kiss.
Dude, I've seen so many of the write-in votes were hysterical. I saw Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
I saw somebody write in Joe Biden with the caption saying, "You're not retiring on my watch."
Yeah.
Stone Cold.
John Cena. I've seen
John Cena probably. But yeah, it's been an interesting week here.
It has been, but no, yeah. So it's so again, so thank you. Yeah, so thank you for watching this week. I don't think Bobby's got his signs or anything. Oh no,
I do actually. I made sure to get them.
Make sure to get them, yeah. So there we go, yeah. So don't forget to like and subscribe to that ourselves and to Bobby's breakdowns.
Yes, sir.
I will say as well, next week we are going to have a new intro video. We've got fireworks going on as well. Yeah, we're
I just wanted to see if I never do it in the dark, so I just wanted to see if it worked in the dark.
No, that's what I've been trying to get hold of Ryan for, because me and Ryan have been working on something. So he's
they did for the intro.
Yeah. So we have so next week there should be, providing everything's fine, there should be a new intro video and a new intro song. So the old Xero News song, that was the last time that you're probably going to hear that one, because obviously I've changed the name and everything now.
Yeah.
And there's I'm not going to give too much away, but it's it's pretty cool, the new song, and hopefully Ryan's going to do the video and stuff that should be done. So,
and another thing I have no knowledge of, so when you hear it, I'm going to be hearing it.
So it will debut next week, including the video and the song for that one. So so that will be going into like I said, hopefully by next Wednesday, by the time we come to do the show next week, it should be done. So we will see you next week then, everyone. And it was thank you once again. We'll see you next week. It's been a bit of a weird stream this week because it's slightly later than normal.
It's later. I'm upstairs. I'm in the dark. It's a Thursday. Well, it's Thursday when it's Thursday right now. So
so
by the time you guys see this, who knows? You know.
So once again, thank you, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Yes, sir. Bye bye.